All right, we're back with another D&D movie time, and today we're going to continue on with our Ewok adventures with the Battle of Endor, which is weird because I guess the moon doesn't actually have a name. Like, a lot of times they do give moons names, but in this one they keep referring to it as Endor, or they refer to it as the moon of Endor, so.
Why not have the moon of Endor call its own planet? The moon has life. What does the actual Endor have?
Life?
Okay, we'll classify them as the two planets.
But it's a moon.
Very close to each
it's
other.
not as big as a planet.
So it's Pluto.
Just because it has life and an atmosphere and all that stuff,
Pluto
like a planet.
Pluto is a planet.
No, it's not. Not anymore.
Pluto is a planet.
But, anyways, so we're going to go ahead, and you remember the last one? Remember Cindel and Wicket?
Yep.
So they're going to be the main stars of this one, so.
Yay.
And this movie came out a year after the one you watched previously, so.
Yeah, Sexual Child as the main lead.
But with all that said, we're going to go ahead and jump into this movie, and we'll see you when we get back.
Bye.
Somewhere at the end of the galaxy, two friends were about to say goodbye.
What's wrong?
Until the forces of evil threatened their lives.
Don't let us run fast, run.
And together, they face an incredible adventure beyond imagination.
And now escape for you, my little one. I'm home. Come to me, my little one. You and your friends will be done.
In the tradition of Return of the Jedi comes an action-packed motion picture for the entire family to enjoy.
If you could buy me some time, we just might have a chance.
A space-age fantasy daily variety praised for its superb special effects, flashes of near-epic proportions, and imagination run rampant.
You let her go!
It's a tale of good versus evil, starring Cocoon's Wilfred Brimley, and a heroic clan of lovable creatures that will warm your heart.
You are very best friend. Best friend.
Ewoks, The Battle for Endor, from MGM UA Home Video.
Alright, so we just finished the Ewok Adventure 2, Battle for Endor, or The Battle of Endor. Cora, what was this movie about? Well, it picks up a year after the first one.
Yeah, and basically half the entire family dies, only.
Half? Try 3/4.
I was getting to that. Thank you for interrupting me.
Well, you said half. Come on. Just come on. So 3/4 of the family dies. Come on.
And
Cindel.
Cindel, and a bunch of the other Ewoks get captured. Then Wicket and Cindel
Wicket.
escape and meet this old man. He lets them stay, and then Cindel hears a song that her mother used to sing, and gets captured. Then Wicket and the old man, Andy,
Noah.
Noah, go. Oh, and also Noah's pet thing. Go rescue Ho and the other Ewoks, and then they rescue them. Then basically, what happened at Return of the Jedi happens here. They're all fighting stuff. And then the main bad guy who wants the power of the stars, or something like that, basically gets barbecued.
Yep. And then Noah leaves with Cindel. And that's this one. So alright, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give our final thoughts and scores.
See you in a bit.
In a mist of the night, they took to the sea. Shanjo and Merlin with a heart full of glee. On a ship, the Northern Light, they sail so bold, chasing legends and dreams that are waiting to unfold. Through waves that whisper, old stories ignite. Avalon's calling, the future shines bright. Sailing the realms where the legends abide, facing the darkness, it will not divide. In the heart of the whirlpool, they stand side by side. For honor and glory, they'll take on the tide. With Excalibur found, in their hands it gleams, the sword of the kings, fulfilling their dreams. But the fates loom above, the secrets to share. Born of darkness, they breathe in the air. Rasputin's shadows, Morgana's chilling brew. The battle ahead will test the strong and true. Sailing the realms where the legends abide, facing the darkness, they will not divide. In the heart of the whirlpool, they stand side by side. For honor and glory, they'll take on the tide. The stars as their guide, they'll never back down. In the heat of the clash, they'll wear victory's crown.
Alright, so Cora, starting with you, Ewok Adventure 2, Battle for Endor. What would you give this one on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably 8 out of 10. The first one was a bed battle.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you have a favorite character?
Wicket.
Yeah?
Why do I keep thinking his name was Wicket?
No, it's like, think like the word wicked, like the movie with the witches, the musical, that wasn't very good. And
Exactly
just change the D in wicked to a T, wicket.
Cricket sounds better.
No, it doesn't. Wicket sounds better.
Cricket!
Cricket is a bug. You want to think of a bug when you think of wicket?
It's more easier to remember.
You're weird. Anyways, did you have a favorite scene?
Probably where Wicket frames one of the guards for cheating in a card game.
That wasn't wicket. That was the other thing. Noah's pet
What?
or friend.
The thing about the real bunny World 10 thing.
I would say more like Sonic, but whatever.
Sonic speaks and he is blue. World 10 does not speak and makes
He does too
noises.
speak. He makes beep beep.
And makes random noises.
He doesn't make random noises.
He's
That's
super fast.
The sound of the bird. Beep beep.
And I'm pretty sure that Sonic didn't come out until like after the 8th Star Wars movie.
Doesn't matter when it came out.
Looney Tunes existed.
And I'm pretty sure the first video
long
game
ago.
was shortly after this at some point.
Looney Tunes existed long ago.
Whatever. Anything else you want to say about this movie before we move on?
No.
Did you like the change? They changed the dad. Couldn't really tell if they changed the mom. But they definitely changed the dad. This time it was the guy who was in the Breakfast Club. But they had the brother the same. I'm just really shocked they killed him off so quickly.
They barely got any screen time.
Yeah.
How could you know?
Well, because you could tell the brother. After watching that first one, it's the same kid.
I can know but the father.
The father? Because I know the guy who was in Breakfast Club. And that definitely wasn't him in the first movie. But it was definitely him in the second movie. And then I even checked it to make sure I was right. Which I was. So. Anyways. Moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this one a 7 out of 10. I mean, I think I like this one because it's a little bit more nostalgic. For some reason, this movie kind of makes me think of, like, Willow for some reason. And not just because both have Warwick Davis. But, I don't know. Just something about the villains in this felt similar to, like, that of Willow or something. Maybe because there's also an evil witch and people transforming into animals and blah blah blah, but I mean, this one's okay. I do have a little bit of a theory I'll work on now that Cora's seen both. I already explained this theory to her, but now that she's met Noah, I think Noah showed up a long time ago and crash land on the planet. Now this area where Noah was very far away from where the rebels and the Empire were fighting. They were fighting where the movie kind of began. And this area is like thousands of miles away, maybe.
Right.
Which is why they never knew about the Empire showing up. And this group of villains, these monsters that are walking around with blasters and stuff, they might have scrapped parts from whatever the Empire left behind, whatever the rebels didn't take, and fashioned themselves some blasters and other stuff. But there was no power sources left behind, so a lot of their stuff except for the blasters didn't work. And I think that the only reason why this group never came to where the Ewoks were prior to this is because of the fact that big monster that they killed off in the previous movie was the only thing stopping them from entering this territory. But I guess they must have found out that this big monster was dead, and so they decided to proceed and enter the territory. And that's how all the events of this movie takes place. So that's just my little theory. And I think, like, it would be nice to see it, like I said, maybe a third, where Cindel returns to Endor. But I doubt we'll ever get that, so. But that is going to go ahead and wrap up this one. And when we come back next Friday, we will be bringing you Solo. So, we'll see you then.